Welcome in, everyone. Hello. Hopefully everyone's week is going swimmingly. I'm doing pretty good today, Buns. The day sort of disappeared, but I'm doing well here otherwise. What are you doing over here? You're supposed to be over there. My spoon rests in the wrong spot. I think board one's better for that. It was gorgeous when I went out shopping. I was like, is this summer? Like, I was out in a t-shirt and was like, yeah, I'm comfortable like this. It wasn't like I needed an extra layer or anything. I don't know what the temperature was outside, but it was feeling pretty good. Maybe it was just the sun. I'm a little pink. I caught myself late yesterday with coffee. I spun it too hard and got it splashed all over my hand. And that's a little, I can't really see on camera, but it's slightly red. I haven't even felt it, but swirling coffee there reminded me. You're still drifting pretty good. I have to use Cheese Whiz? Do I? Sort of tempted to see what this looks like as it slows down. Taking too long.
Chef ya one wiggle, chef ya one wiggle, chef ya one wiggle.
Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate that. Cheers, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Not even setting it down this time. Alright, so getting started with our bread here first off. And we need to make our tanjong. So we're going to start off with some bread flour. Ooh, days off work are glorious. I am going to start the stream by seeing if I can't dig out one of these glass containers I bought from IKEA. Hi chat, I'm about to get close. Not sure if I passed through the camera there or not. I tried not to, because it's going to be like the back of my head. What is with you, camera? I am so frustrated with this thing. How can that be overheated? This stream's just starting. How is the camera overheated? What is with my phone right now? I go in a different room, change the lighting or something? No. What? Alright, that's a problem I can't handle right now. Awesome. Work with me, camera. All right, I guess I'll live with that. Oh no, there's no question that I didn't touch it, Cosmic. At worst, I bumped the rack that it's on. But that wouldn't make sense unless I like bumped the cable and knocked it out. Like, it's completely unresponsive right now because it's running off of the HDMI. So like the screens are all off, everything's off. It's not like... So the only thing that is possible there is that the HDMI is junk, I don't know. I've been meaning to get this out for a minute here. I didn't think this through because I get stuff in the way. Okay, too much flour for the container, noted. Yeah, but I've got some bread flour for tonight. It's a little bit heavier of a flour. Typically has a bit more protein to it. Perf flour is not as soft as white flour, but has more flavor, has more nutrient. At least that's the hope. Alright, so bread flour. Two tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of water, and 2 tablespoons. I don't know if I've got 2 tablespoons left in this half and half container, but I do have new half and half. Well, we definitely got that. Actually, let's do a little more. Let's just finish that container off. I was sitting here with 15 minutes to go and like trying to figure out what all I can fix on OBS and the Stream Deck ahead of time, and I just sat there and drew a blank. And now that Stream has started, I've come across like 5 different things. I'm like, oh yeah, I should have done that. Because even though like I have 3 buttons for the different views on the stove, whether it's the whole view stove over here or over on the other side. And I know which one button is which, but the labels are completely off. And I was like, I should have done the labels on those. That would have worked well. So we're going to throw a little heat on this, give this a good stir up. And this should thicken up nicely for us. I want to make sure all that hot flour gets hydrated. Much like a roux does. There we go. Turn the heat off on that. Just continue to stir it for a little bit here so that it doesn't overcook. Alright, I'm going to let that sit there on the stove. And over here on the board, I'm going to get everything else going here. We're going to get our water and our yeast waking up. Or our yeast in some water and waking up. And things like that. Work with me here. Come on, apron. Oh, and I'm forgetting, these are milk bun bread. We need to warm up a little milk for our, or in my case, half and half. A half cup of milk. Just briefly warm this over a flame until it starts heating up. I'm going to bring it up to about 120. So does yeast. Actually, I kid. Yeast doesn't really like milk all that much because they don't like consuming lactose sugars. I know that from brewing, because oftentimes they'll add lactose sugars to brews in order to up the sugar content because the yeast won't want to consume the lactose sugars. Hey, Scout Life. Two and a half tablespoons of sugar. We'll give this a good mix up here. So we got our Tanjong back here. We've got our yeast waking up. Now I'm going to get the rest of the flour mixture together here. One cup of the bread flour. That'll work for now. And 1.5 cups of AP. We got our milk, we got our yeast, we got our flour, we got our salt. Need the salt. Ha 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 ha. Cute dad joke. We'll mix that up so the salt isn't directly on top when yeast gets mixed in. That yeast is obviously live, it's already nice and foaming up here. I'm going to give that yeast just a moment longer to continue to warm up. Take a moment to show up our Wednesday dinner. What is that? That is not what I see. Oh. Not something I need to deal with right now. But we do have a vote going on in chat for Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. And it seems like limoncello is winning out against kale. Of course, I don't know if this is proper. I took this directly off the ingredient. What is the proper spelling of this? Is this properly spelled? Oh, Spanish lime. I don't know if I can get my hands on these. I was assuming they were meaning it was either the lemon drink or the lemon alcohol drink. But apparently it's a lime also known as a Mexican lime. I'm not sure if that's what the original person wanted. You meant the drink, the alcoholic one or the non-alcoholic one? We can do that. That's sort of what I thought it was in the first place, but like the equivalent, like it's San Pellegrino lemon drink, lemon fizzy drink. Yeah, we can do that. We have our butter softened ahead of time here. I think it's time we get started with our working of the dough. That yeast be happy. It's Maine cam, not just Maine. But thank you, Buns. It was a good reminder. And so we'll get this mixing up here. It's one of those, yeah. I find those jokes funny when I say them, but not funny when I hear them. The ones like, and this is one that I'm pretty sure I've told other people before, but what's in the middle of Texas? X. I don't know, Buns, probably, but shoot, tell everyone your joke. Now we add our tenjong, or our cooked flour mixture. Fold that in with everything else here. And this dough is going to get wet and then come together. It's going to, yeah, it's going to get messy and then it's get cleaner, get messier and then get cleaner as I add the other things into this. But this is just adding the tanjong in there, and it's all ready. Man beater. Yeah, if Mickey Mouse is losing its protections, I wonder how all those are doing. And you got Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse losing their protections. But like I said, this comes back together, and it's starting to come back together here. A little bit more, I'm gonna make it fall back apart again. I'm just deciding which I want to add back in there first. Let's see, which one does the recipe suggest? Right now, this is a pretty ugly dough. It's a dough, but that's pretty craggly. This is typically a dough I would definitely put into a stand mixer. This is more than I would suggest someone try and take on if you're not used to kneading stuff at home on a regular basis. It is going to come back together. But I am going to add the next ingredient to this now. Excuse me. This is looking like one of those TikToks where people are disgusted about putting things on their counter. I hate TikTok. This looks like a mess, chat, but this is intended. This is how this is supposed to be. It's a time waster. What value do you get out of it? Other than wasting your time and maybe finding something that, oh, that was funny for 2 seconds. So I want my bench scraper here cleaned up and find out where that is. Is that actually cleaned up and put away? Of course not. Where the heck is it then? Because I cleaned up everything. Guess I'll use this one. Also, we can welcome back the board microphone, at least catching some of this crazy noise coming off of my hands and the board tonight. feels like I messed this up somehow, but I'm following the proper recipe, and I have done this recipe before, and it was an absolute mess, so I am trusting the process. And every time I do this, I remind myself that, yeah, I want to have a stand mixer before I make a recipe like this again. And I just don't think about it the next time I decide to make one. But as you can see, it is starting to get a bit smoother here every time I fold it over. It just breaks as I'm squishing it back out. Just a little bit. Though it depends on how you're saying that, because you say that to a baker and they're going to assume that it's a high hydration dough, which this is not necessarily that high of a hydration dough. Actually, it's a pretty low hydration dough. I'd have to do the math on all the other stuff that I'm adding in there on moisture content. It's probably considerably more, but I mean, there's nothing but milk in here as far as moisture. As far as liquids, but this is very much an enriched dough. What I'm doing with this whole squishing action here is I'm trying to break down any of these lumps that are very obvious, not incorporated with anything else, and adding my pressure, pointing specifically at those things, trying to incorporate everything. Now I'm just hitting everywhere. I'm not even done making this dough soft and messy. I'm gonna make this messy a third time here. I'm going to do that now. Now that this seems mostly well incorporated. Now it's going to get really messy because it's going to get slippery too. By encapsulating it, I'm trying to delay the inevitable here. You can already see it's breaking through, but I want to try and get it as incorporated as possible before it gets all over my hands. No, too late. It's getting all over. Again, this would be entirely different experience in a stand mixer. But chat's already lost me. They've already lost hope and taken off for the night. Other than the diehards. The diehards are still here. I fear I might need another camera before I get another stand mixer, though. Yay for waking up early. But I'm right there with you, Cosmic. It's starting to come together, chat. That's also something that stops me from getting one, is I want one of the older ones with better gearing and better setup than the modern ones that are plastic and not going to last. That whole planned obsolescence thing. I want one of those old, countertop Hobarts. It'd be awesome to have proper, like, big 20 quart or 40 quart Hobart, but not realistic for the home. Hey, it's not like I'm going to be putting out bread like that anyways. Told you. It's getting messy, and then I was going to bring it together, but it was going to take some work, and it wasn't something that I would suggest to someone unless they're used to kneading a lot. And I complain about it, but it's a horrible, horrible thing for me to actually get a little activity by kneading something. I mean, look at me, I'm gorgeous. I don't need to do this. Pun not intended. And it's starting to get properly smooth now. I mean, it's been smooth for a little while, but it still obviously has lumps in it. The lumps that are in there are getting a bit smaller now. I'm living with that, chat. Mostly because I'm tired of kneading. And I am just going to proof them as I intend to cook them. We'll have pan set up there already, and I'm going to divide this into 6 even pieces, perfectly even, exact same weight. And then I'm flattening them down a little bit because they are going to proof, so we want them flat so that as they poof up. So Chad, I thought of another reason why they're probably not going back to San Diego for TwitchCon. And it could be, if anyone followed the drama during TwitchCon last year in San Diego, unfortunately one of the streamers that was there was playing around in a ball pit, or not, it wasn't a ball pit, it was a foam. It's a stretch to even call it a foam pit. But essentially they had a jousting, like American Gladiators style jousting, with like a foam drop down area as far as a insurance company's, I think it was State Farm's, like booth. And unfortunately one of the streamers fell and messed up their neck pretty seriously. And it's probably a good chance that just the legalities along of that are not going to be sorted out. I mean, unfortunately the streamer apparently signed a waiver and stuff like that, so they're likely largely out of luck. But as far as insurance and all of that legally working out with the place and everything else, I doubt that's going to happen by the time the next one will be programmed. So that's probably a good reason why they're not going back to the same venue. And yeah, it was, yeah, broke her back. And it was a stretch to call that a foam pit. It was as if they put a single layer of chunks of broken foam down, and they had to sit there and readjust it after every single round. And so most likely she probably missed all the foam entirely and just crashed straight onto the conference room floor. Which, ugh. So we're going to take these lovelies and cover them up and allow them to proof. In the meantime, we're going to make our sloppy joes. And the thing is the only reason it probably got as much publicity as it did was it was a streamer. Had that happened to, you know, just a general person visiting, I don't know if it would have gotten that much publicity. They would have probably swept it under the rug. Have you had ChatGPT make your bracket for you? not an ad. Oh gosh. GPT is already turning into, I forget the proper term for it, but when the name of something becomes the term for its action, you know, like Kleenex or Google. Nice Cosmic. So what do you think, chat? Is ChatGPT going to become the term for, did you use an AI bot to figure this out? Wow. We're just gonna skip you. You're being a pain. Out of curiosity, how many people in chat have used GPT for anything? Tried it? Even just testing it out, which is about the extent of what I've done. I asked it that question that I posted in Discord general chat the other day. It took a line and a half question from me, asking for it to write a short story about SoCal Ozzy, who's a writer from Southern California and just got a job after extended search. Like a line and a half statement. I think it gave me 18 lines in return of an actual, like, I wasn't in love with what it was writing, but of an actual, like, followable story that you could at least in turn use as a guideline to make your own. Get that knife action on the microphone now too. Oh, maybe. It's still picking up a lot more on the lav mic. I don't know why it's doing that. I wish I could take this filter off and then add it back on without modifying it. And see if that's actually doing it, but I don't want to. I spent a good 20 minutes setting up the filter settings for me to nuke it just to see if that's what's causing other issues. Ah, that's not where I wanted that. We'll live with a little bit of it in there. Wanted that in here. I did stem, didn't I? I did. Oopsies. I had those baby peppers and they were getting too sad and I got rid of them and I was planning on using them tonight and I forgot that I got rid of them. But I would normally throw a little, I had the little mini peppers and I was going to use the little mini sweet peppers, but this is a green pepper. One of the few times that I'll be like, okay, green pepper. No tacos this Tuesday. Also, chat, not this Sunday, so not this upcoming week, but the week after that, I'm going to be, well, sort of out of town. I'm just not going to be home, so I'm not going to be streaming. I'm going to be going to a cheese festival here in Sonoma County. Santa Rosa Fairgrounds. It's one of a couple festivals I hope to hit up this year if I can get into them. Now that things are opening up and more things are happening. The other one, I haven't heard if they're actually having it this year. I should look into it. I should search it up. The other one I want to go to is the Heirloom Festival, if that's happening this year. I think since we don't have any green pepper, we might as well add some jalapeno in here. That's a good compromise, right, chat? Pickled jalapeno instead of green pepper. Trying to finish this jar off here. No, I don't want all the ones with the end pieces, but we'll get those out after I'm done getting everything out of this jar here. There we go. I think we got everything of value out of there. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. There's another one in here. I don't want you. I don't want you. Really want you either. If you wonder why I'm taking off the very end of the cucumbers that they left a little bit of the stem on. Not the cucumbers, the jalapenos, the peppers. I'm thinking pickles and I immediately think cucumbers. That was why. Alright, nice rough cut on that. Let's go over to the stove here and start cooking. Yeah, I don't know which is better there. I'm still not decided. The camera doesn't like either of them, really. Let's try the light back on there again. That's a little bit better as far as the rest of the view there. I just don't like the giant glare in the center of the pan. I need a stove with indirect lighting. Oh, we're not starting with our veggies, we're starting with our beef. Beef. Gonna hit this up with some salt before it hits the pan. I never thought about this. Is this a problem? Way I can fix this? I'm dubious that shouldn't change anything at all. Dubious. Not devious, dubious captions. Sitting here wondering if maybe the layering in sources for OBS would have any effect on audio priority. It's also got me wondering if I check this. What happens if I look at things in a different browser here? Still made noise. love it. Hey chat, if you go into food and drink, do you find my name in food and drink? Do you see me listed there? Oh, I'm in Just Chatting tonight. Why am I in Just Chatting? No wonder I can't find myself in food and drink. Thank you, Cosmic. How interesting. I must have forgotten to switch myself over the other night when I was doing the... Wow, that was more than one stream that I've done now in Just Chatting then. Oops. And I'm someone that's like, why are food and drink people in Just Chatting? But I was at the point like, am I getting shadow banned? Am I not showing up in search? I know me and Twitch don't exactly have the world's greatest relationship, but I mean, that said, I still don't see myself showing up. We're going to add some seasonings in with our beef now that that's going there nicely. Starting off with some garlic. Nice, Cosmic. Thank you. Add a little cumin in there. Chili powder. Both regular chili and ancho chili. Bit of cayenne. A we can throw a little ground coriander in there. And smoked paprika. We'll pull that off to a separate pan here, but we want to leave the fat in there for the most part. Help cook everything else. All right, in with our garlic. Onion. This is smelling great right now. Between the beef and garlic and onions on the pan. We'll hit that with a bit of salt. Fresh cracked pepper. Yeah, why don't we add the jalapeno in with these too? That'll definitely wake up the sinuses. But you can get really funky with this recipe if you want to change things up. You can add some bacon in there if you got some scraps hanging out around the house. Or if you buy end pieces bacon, which if you use a lot of bacon and you don't want it like perfect strips for doing breakfast, it's a great cost-effective way to get bacon. Because you have the butchers and they break down the stomachs of the pigs, and you know, nature, not all pigs are perfectly square, or stomachs are not all perfectly square, and so they have to cut them down and square them up, and you get pieces that are incomplete and too thick, and so you get all the scraps and they bag those up and sell them for cheaper. They usually sell them in really large amounts, though. That discourages, you know, a lot of people. Usually discourages me. Okay, now we're gonna pull all this up off. Add that with the, put that with the beef. Bit more oil in the pan. Add our mushrooms in there. Turning autofocus off on the stove. Shrooms. Shrooms. I didn't finish my coffee tonight. We're also going to hit these tomatoes, a bit of tomato paste now that they're starting to brown up nicely. We'll add everything else back in. And the rest of this is just filled in with your usual suspects as far as barbecue sauce is concerned. Turn the heat down a bit here. Something closer to a maintained temperature level. I'm going to turn the oven on for our buns. And what do you say are the ingredients for your vinegar, for your barbecue sauce? Well, those would be ketchup, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, brown sugar, camera, what is your issue? Brown sugar. And lastly, some vinegar, but I'm going to substitute a little jalapeno pickling liquid. I think I'm going to add a touch more ketchup in there, but otherwise that'd be looking like some nice sloppy joes to me. Oh, let's go back and fix that if camera's back. Gotta love that, chat. I didn't touch a thing. It just shut off and turned itself back on. It just decided that it was unhappy with me and then came back. I'm gonna reuse one of these small bowls since I just put some garlic and onion in them. I'm not at all happy with this camera purchase. I gave him the benefit of the doubt for a long time, and at this point I'm just like, this is just a piece of junk. So I got a surprise in order, chat, but I have to wait. But yeah, this camera, I don't think this camera's gonna last. Gonna be at least, well, I don't even want to start promising times. I don't even want to give a ballpark because I have no clue myself. Buns. Is our oven up to temp? Nope, it's still preheating. So we gotta wait for our oven to come up to temp here, chat. How's everyone else's Friday gone? Has your week ended up well? Are you ready for the weekend? Ready to relax or ready to go on some short adventure with friends or family or loved ones? Who's going on a day trip this weekend? Who's doing something wild and adventurous? Yeah, you're all stuck in a rut. Says the dude who streams 4 nights a week, doesn't go out to eat at night, and has no social life. Not too bad on the portioning here, Chad. I think maybe this is the smallest, this is the dwarf of the bunch, and that's the giant. Like, maybe a little too large. I don't know if I cut them and shaped them exactly the same as I did the 2 halves, but it looks like, you know, big side, middle, slightly under. Yeah, I sort of put that wrong, Buns. Going out on an adventure, you don't have to necessarily involve other people. I'm... Like, one of the things on my list there is island retreat weekend or week. Just beach and booze. Why haven't you heated up yet, oven? What's your issue? What is your malfunction? Oh, it still looks like there's dots on there from the camera. long these buns gonna take. I think I'm gonna take an AFK while these buns bake. 18 minutes? That sounds like a good break period. So our oven's up the temp. Let's egg wash our buns. And into the oven they go. And I will see all your lovely faces here in about 15 minutes after an AFK.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food, or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Count down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant Atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
And now, from the popular comic strip Peanuts, here are Charlie Brown and his friend.
Why, thank you, Charlie Brown. Thank you, Charlie Brown. What's the occasion? Has Charlie Brown had another baby sister? No. Ford has new economy twins. So he's passing out chocolate cigars to everyone. Everyone? Yes, everyone.
You bet your boots, everyone. 'Cause it's just like they said. We've got something big to celebrate. And here it is, Ford's Economy Twins for 1960. The economy choice of a lifetime. Oh, I'll bet you've never seen a prettier twosome than this. There's the new size Ford, the Falcon. And next to it, the large economy size Ford, the Fairlane 500. You know, the 60 Fords were featured in the recent issue of Vogue magazine. And when you run your eyes over the elegant good looks of this Fairlane 500, it's sure easy to see why Vogue says Ford means a fashion success. And all this all-new beauty is yours for an all-new price. That's right. This roomier, more luxurious Fairlane 500 is actually priced a whopping $142 less than last year. And as for this pretty Falcon over here, well, just wait till you check its price sticker. It's America's lowest priced six-passenger car. In fact, it's priced up to $124 less than the other compact cars. Look 'em over in your Ford dealer showroom. Two new Fords, two wonderful new ways to go the finest. Ford's Economy Twins for 1960.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads.
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open. Simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
And I'm back. Wake up, camera. There we go, camera. Let's take a quick glance at these buns. They should need at least another 3-4 minutes. They look like they could use another 3-4 minutes. Hopefully everyone had a good break. Now this isn't a normal edition, at least in my mind, in my world, for your typical sloppy Joe. But I just happen to have some of this jalapeno pepper jack. Don't know how I got that. So we'll go ahead and shred some of that up on top of our sandwiches. Yeah, reuse the other one. We used the onion one. No, let's use the garlic one. Why are you cutting so smoothly and then stopping at the end here? Oh, hush, timer. Hush. See how our buns turned out here, chat. Buns. And give those a moment to cool. But only a moment. We're gonna have to sear one of these, or maybe two of these, so that we can have a nice toasty bun for our sloppy Joe. Should I use any herbs with this, chat? I'm not really thinking so. There's no real... I don't think of Sloppy Joes and think herbage. At best, I would think maybe a little parsley. I don't know if chat agrees with you, Buns. It's not winning. Chat doesn't want kale. You see, Buns? I gotta agree with chat too. If you want to see me have to use it. Soft. 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 Curious what the bottoms are looking like there. And turn the heat back on over here on our Sloppy Joes. They've just been sitting in the warm pan, doing their thing for a little bit. relatively happy with tonight's buns. Could have proofed them a bit longer, I think. But I didn't really feel like waiting around for them tonight at the same time. Getting a little color on there, but they're not heating up very evenly. They're not browning very evenly. Maybe we'll crank up the heat a little bit. The bottom is nicely toasted around the edges, but the center of it's not getting any heat. Apparently, it's just not coloring at all. You can even see some of the color on the edge here. I don't know if you quite see it on screen, but yeah, just no color in the center. It's looking a bit like that classic burger bun, though, with all messy tonight. It's getting all messy tonight. Sort of thinking slate plate tonight. Toast buns, toast. Might have cranked that a bit too hot there. Alright, gonna start off on stacking these lovelies with a bit of that cheese on the bottom. Yeah. I mean, I know they're supposed to be sloppy, but... those be sloppy. Turn the heat off over here on everything. Want to leave some of it be messy, but I don't want it all being messy. We'll leave it like that. And there we go, chat. Said dairy in it. Just trying to avoid getting something else dirty, but I want to keep the onion. Got some salsa and sour cream that might go lovely along with that sweet onion for some other project here, but alright, there we go with that. We got our photos for tonight. Those will be in the Discord a bit later, at least the greatest hits. I think that is going to end it for tonight. Nice 3-hour stream. That's a lot better than the 1-hour stream I did earlier this week. I want to almost apologize for that again because that was not the plan. Generally do 2.5 or so hour streams. I'm looking forward to these. These look delicious. Those buns came out feeling nice and soft and squishy. I think they're going to be delicious. I know that the beef combo is going to be yummy. It's essentially beef, onions, garlic, and mushrooms in a very simple barbecue sauce. Let's see who's out there in Twitch world tonight. Oh, there's someone I haven't raided in a long time. Well, at least compared to how often I used to raid them. I'm going to send all you lovely people off to hang out with Rhino Lion. He normally does pottery, But he's been sort of out of commission here lately. I think he's been having computer issues. And he's been doing a bunch of like OBS setup and overlay setup and working with Mix It Up bot streams. So he's probably going to be continuing doing that, doing stream setup, how things sync. Should be interesting for any of you that doesn't know how streaming works, how much work goes on behind the scenes to do this. Plus, he's sort of a cool dude. I hope you enjoy hanging out with him. I hope to see you back here on Sunday. I'll be doing cheesesteaks on Sunday, but I think it's going to be more practice in making the bread for the cheesesteaks than the actual cheesesteaks. And no, I'm not going to buy Cheese Whiz, so I may make a cheese sauce. So I hope you join me for that. I hope you all have a lovely evening. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Yay, it's the weekend. Good night, everyone.